Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelts buckled as we prepare for full throttle ascension. Kidding, not kidding, friends, this is not a drill. We are officially, really, actually ascending, and it is so tangible. Can you feel it? Are you experiencing it? I'm sure you are, whether you like it or not, because whether you like it or not, we are moving ahead, full speed ahead on this ascension path. And it is both terrifying and exciting. Now, to kind of reassure you that you're not totally broken, you're not totally losing your mind, you're not like, there's not something seriously wrong with you. So just to validate you, to validate that you're not crazy, that you're not broken, that there's not something seriously wrong with you, today I thought it was important to go into 11 different ascension symptoms that are peaking right now. As of filming this, this is April 2025. Even if you're not watching this in April 2025, you can trust that your energy is a match to this frequency, and maybe you're experiencing those same April 2025 ascension symptoms at a different period of time. But first, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Hannah, and I help you to empower yourself as we ascend together and bring about new earth. And today, I'm going to be helping you do that by giving you that little, as I like to call it, ego lollipop for your ego that might be freaking out and feeling like there's something really, really wrong with you, to show you that no, there is not anything wrong with you, you're just ascending, and no, you are not the only one experiencing things, others are as well. So I would encourage you right now to just like share in the comments throughout this video and show others that they're not alone. Just be that guiding light for others, because we really need each other more than ever right now. We need to support each other and to share our light with each other, because it's a bumpy ride. It's a bumpy ride, right? And I don't know about y'all, but it helps me to know that I'm not alone, that others are going through this exact same thing. So that being said, let's get right to it. Ascension symptom number 1 is complete and utter exhaustion, okay? Have you been feeling super tired lately? Have you noticed that you need to sleep for like longer and longer stretches of time? And maybe let's say you slept like 9-10 hours plus, and then you're up for like a couple hours, and then you feel like you need to nap again. Many of you might be thinking that you have like chronic fatigue syndrome all of a sudden, because what is happening here is that our physical bodies, our DNA is literally being upgraded as we speak. And we are being blasted with like these light codes from the sun. And our bodies need to process and integrate that. And our bodies process and integrate that when we are either sleeping or in deep meditation. And for most people, we're not going to take the time to do deep meditation. So it's going to happen only when you're sleeping. And so your body is going to be urging you more and more and more to just get lots and lots of sleep. And I would encourage you, if you're watching this, if you're experiencing that, to honor your body to the full extent of what you're able to do given your 3D world responsibilities. And know that if you're not honoring your body right now, your body's gonna force you to get the rest anyways. You're gonna get like sick. And so if you've been getting sick a lot lately, it's probably because you're not fully listening to your body and you're not like giving your body the rest it needs from the get-go. So also, life hack, if you want to avoid getting sick, just take the time to like be super, super indulgent, super, super lazy, getting all the sleep that your body feels it needs now before it forces you to do so. So that said, moving on to ascension symptom number 2, self-care has become a full-time job, my friends. As we are now like full-blown into this physical ascension process, self-care is more crucial than ever before. And I don't know about y'all, but like literally being human, taking care of yourself, taking care of the meat suit, that's like a full-time job right now. I spend hours, countless hours every day just chopping wood and carrying water, as they say, doing like all these boring, mundane things that helped my vessel to stay strong and my vibration to stay high. So let's say I have this massager, I have to use that every day to get like the tension out. I've been taking long baths, I take long showers, I meditate, I do yin yoga, I'm like going to the gym, but not pushing myself too hard at the gym, just using it to kind of help me process and integrate the energies. I'm taking more time to like cook healthier meals and making sure my body's getting the nutrients that it needs. And this is taking a lot of time. Like I don't know about y'all, but I don't normally take this much time to do these boring, mundane 3D things, okay? Like I'm a serial fire sign, as I put it. I have like hella Leo energy in my astrology. I like to go, 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 go. I burn like a star and then I burn myself out. But I'm learning, and maybe you are as well, to go slow, to pace myself, to take care of the meat suit, the physical vessel, because your body truly is a temple and it needs you to treat it as such right now, more than ever before, because your body is quite literally your ascension vehicle. Like you are ascending in this thing, right? You are ascending in this thing, so you better take good care of it. And the more you're listening to it, you're communicating with it, you're taking good care of it, the smoother this process is going to be for you. So ascension symptom number 3, headaches and heartaches. All right. So if you have been feeling lately like there's something seriously wrong with your health, like you're having a heart attack maybe because you just have this pain in your heart, don't fear. I mean, if you're really concerned, I'm not going to say don't get that checked out, but it's very likely that it could be these ascension symptoms right now. Basically the heart and the head are getting massive upgrades at the moment. Our heart chakras are opening, okay? Our heart chakras are literally like the brain of the soul. They're the portals to our higher selves. And so they are opening. They've been like kind of held back willingly by the matrix up until now. And now it's just opening. And as our heart chakras open, all of the pain and the trauma and the darkness that's been stored there, like keeping it shut, keeping us out of our full potential, that has to be felt. And you will feel that like tangibly, physically as pain in your heart. It's literally just growing pains though, so no stress. And the same goes for the head. The head is also very important, the third eye and the crown chakras. And so you could literally feel like pressure in your third eye and on the top of your head in your crown chakra area as you are starting to see beyond the physical realm, because your third eye and your crown chakra allow you to connect with the spiritual realms, with the higher realms, to perceive that which is not visible and perceivable in the 3D realms. As we ascend, these higher realms become more and more prominent, and it's going to be your third eye and your crown chakra that are allowing you to tap into that energy field. And so just like with the heart, as they begin to open and they get upgraded, you might experience a purge, you might have some pain. And again, if you are experiencing these things, one, I would invite you to literally like place your hands on your heart or your head and ask source, ask your guides, your higher self, to kind of channel some healing light to ease the pain, to ease the suffering as you go through this. And then maybe get some rest after that. Even if you can only take like a 20-minute nap, get some rest and see the integration that happens for you. And on that note, another suggestion that they really want to come through here is also if you're struggling with these like physical ascension symptoms where you're feeling sick, you're feeling exhausting, you're experiencing chronic pain, they want you to work consciously and intentionally with your sleep state. So before you go to bed, you can literally ask source, the universe, your guide, your higher self, whoever, higher power, to take you somewhere where your physical body can heal, where you can dissolve these patterns that keep playing out over and over again in your life, and they will do so. Our bodies heal themselves. And when you are consciously, intentionally working with this before you go to sleep, it only like amplifies that tenfold, that natural healing that our bodies do while we're sleeping. So going off of that, Ascension symptom number 4 is just chronic pain. It's, again, same kind of energy here. It's just chronic pain anywhere. It's very prominent for a lot of people in the heart and the head, but it's also going to be very individualized to you. So you may notice just new chronic pains like flaring up, just all of a sudden, things that they're just constantly hurting, they're not going away, or maybe they're just flaring up all of a sudden and then kind of chilling out. Maybe you're noticing that old wounds, old pains that you used to have are kind of flaring up all of a sudden. For me, my arm was pulled out of the socket when I was 2 years old, my right shoulder. And I've been noticing lately that my right shoulder has just been hurting a lot, like out of nowhere, out of the blue. And I've had to kind of nurture that and love that. And when I really sat in and I listened to my shoulder, it let me know that it's actually like releasing this trauma that I experienced when I was 2 years old. And so for you, the same thing is happening right now, regardless of where you're experiencing this chronic pain. Likely this is old memories, old stories, old traumas that have been stored in your body. They've remained dormant up till now because you weren't ready to dissolve them, to transmute them, to love them back into wholeness. But now you are, and you've got so much support from the universe, from your ancestors, your higher self, the sun itself, Mother Gaia. Like, there's so much love, there's so much support. We're all in this together, and now it's safe. So no, though, I really want to make it clear, if you're experiencing chronic pain right now, it's not that it's going to be like this forever and you're just doomed and you're getting older and your body's just falling apart on you. It's the exact fucking opposite, actually. So celebrate it. You'd be like, okay, this is just temporary. It's on its way out, and my body is repairing itself. It is possible for you to experience like perfect health, and that's what our bodies are preparing for right now. They're releasing these traumas and these patterns that are keeping us out of that perfect health. So just let them have their process and be as kind as you can to yourself and your body as you go through this process. So Ascension symptom number 5 right now, particularly for April 2025. Ooh. Struggles with money. This is huge right now. This is huge right now. I have been experiencing this so intensely in my own life right now, and I've been seeing it in the lives of everyone closest to me right now. Again, something that's going to manifest kind of differently for everyone, but it just comes down to this poverty consciousness, this lack, and this kind of feeling of being a victim to the system, to the financial system, feeling like no matter what you do, you can never get ahead, and you're just going to be stuck in this slave system forever where you're selling your soul, you're working so hard, and your needs financially are not being met. If this is you, that's great. Again, it's on its way out, just like the physical pains. All right, this is a huge collective program that's been holding so many light workers back for way too long, and it is now on its way out. Okay, as of April 2025, as of me filming this, like, we are coming out of this Venus retrograde cycle, which was very heavily putting finances and relationships into focus. And basically what I've intuited is that money issues specifically are being kind of purged right now. So if you are in this position where you're like struggling with money, just tell yourself it's going to be okay. It's on its way out. It's not going to be like this forever. And know that you are divinely provided for. Seriously, this is your little reminder. Your needs are always going to be provided for, always and always, all right? And if you struggle to believe that, just think back to any other time where you felt like this, where you felt financially pressured, where you've been struggling with money. Did it not always work out? Were you not always okay? Because I can tell you, I've even been homeless sometimes. It's been so bad for me. But even in those moments, I was always okay in the now moment. I was always provided for somehow. I always felt okay. Maybe not great, but okay. I was living, I was surviving. Your needs are always taken care of, okay? You can make it out of this cycle of poverty. This is the time. And it happens through conscious choice. You get to choose that this cycle is over and done with, and it will be over and done with, okay? Now, if it is something you're just really struggling against and you're resisting and you're fighting it and you feel like you can't get ahead, really, actually, I invite you to my free workshop series, the Quantum Abundance Accelerator. As of filming this, we're right about to kick off tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but basically this workshop series kicks off on April 22nd. Even if you missed like the first day, there's going to be replays, and it's 2 weeks long, so you can attend anytime throughout the 2 weeks. And even if you don't attend all the sessions, that's totally cool too. Just like attend where you can, where you genuinely feel called to. And again, there's replays available. And even if you miss that and you're like outside of the 2 weeks where we're running the workshops live, you can still sign up and you will then be on the list to be informed when we host the next cycle of these workshops. So know everything is happening for a reason. Everything is in perfect divine timing. You are seeing this when you are meant to. Would love to have you there at QAA with us. I really feel it's going to be so good this year. So good. Because again, we have like so much planetary support on our side right now for literally busting through these abundance blockages, these financial blockages, these wealth blockages. And you don't have to do it alone. We're going to do it together. We're going to create this like tidal wave of abundant, wealthy energy, and we are going to give the middle finger to the matrix, okay? So if you want to be a part of that, again, you're so welcome to join us. I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can also find the Quantum Abundance Accelerator on my website under courses, I believe. In any case, would love to see you there. If you're not feeling called, that's totally cool too. I know that you're with us in spirit, and I am with you in spirit as well. So moving on to Ascension symptom number 6, aggressive, intrusive thoughts. This is also something we're transcending now, the mental realm, just in and of itself, thinking, overthinking. We are transcending this. And as we get rid of this, as we rise above this, the thoughts are going to get more and more aggressive. And there is honestly a little bit of interference from the dark forces. So don't let that freak you out or hold you back or let you feel like a victim. There is a little interference because the matrix is getting a little mad. It's like, oh shit, it knows it's lost. The dark forces know they've lost, but they're not going down without a fight. So they're going to try and take you down, and they do so via your thoughts. Your thoughts are not yours. They come from so many different places, and they can come from source, but they can also come from these dark forces. And for most people, like, they are coming from there. This is the mental realm is, you know, the false matrix's favorite way to speak to us, if you will. And so if you're ever in doubt, know that if a thought feels like aggressive, if it hurts you, if it feels like restrictive, that's from the false matrix. You can just discard that. If it feels good, if it feels light, if it feels expansive, maybe that's from your higher self, your guides, source, the universe. That's from a positive source that has your highest good in mind and in heart, and you can run with that trajectory. But even if you're not receiving those, you can generate those. You can create those through your conscious choice. And now is the time, my friends. The more you are in your thoughts and you are attaching to your thoughts and you're overthinking things, you're not taking action, the more you're going to suffer right now. Because our thoughts are kind of forcing us into our bodies. Our bodies, again, it all comes back to our bodies, right? Our bodies are so important for this ascension. We are really being asked to ground and to embody and to be. And you can't do that when you're in the mental realm and you're in your thoughts. So just take a deep breath with me now. And imagine as you exhale that you're releasing those thoughts. And as you inhale, you are bringing your energy, your focus back to your body, to the now moment, the eternal now. which is in fact the doorway, the portal to everything you've ever wanted to experience but haven't been able to up until now. All right, so that brings us to Ascension symptom number 7. Now, also, these are all kind of like related. They play off of each other. Bad dreams. So this plays off the like negative intrusive thought things, right? Bad dreams. This is also kind of the interference, the darkness trying to like, don't go. And also a little bit of a purge of your own dark energy that you've had. But yeah, bad dreams. Dreams in general are just going to be like more vivid than they've ever been right now. But bad dreams in particular, this could be interference from the dark forces. It could also just be you purging darkness within yourself, or purging darkness for the collective. But yeah, you might notice right now that you're having more bad dreams. And again, isn't that funny? Because the bad dreams make you like not want to sleep because you're like, oh, I don't want to have bad dreams. But sleep is exactly what you need right now to like fully embody and integrate all these upgrades and these light codes that we're getting. So if you are struggling with the bad dreams, again, just be very intentional, very conscious before you go to sleep. You can ask your guides, you can ask the ascended masters, your higher self, to protect you as you sleep. You can visualize a bubble of protection over you. And then you can, again, ask them to take you somewhere where you will heal, in fact, and not have these bad dreams. And it will be so. You are so divinely loved, so divinely supported, my friend. You have no fucking idea, really, actually. So just let it go. Let go of the struggle bug energy. Let go of the martyrdom. This is your time to really soak in that support. You deserve it. And it is all around you, even if you can't perceive it. So far, we've gone into like all these negative, like heavier symptoms, right? And I guess with the word symptom, it does kind of have that connotation. But that said, the final few symptoms that we're going to go into, or signs, you could say, have more of a positive spin to them. So no, it's not all doom and gloom. And there's actually some really cool things that are sprouting through for you to enjoy. Symptom number 8 is increased telepathy. This is very exciting. So this is telepathy, plain and simple, is like when you're thinking of someone and they're thinking of you. That's one small manifestation of telepathy. So I'm sure we've all had those moments, right, where you were thinking of someone and maybe it was someone you haven't interacted with in a long time. And then all of a sudden they call you, they text you, they send you a meme and you hear from that person. That's telepathy. But with this increased telepathy, it's happening more and more frequently. It might be happening now to you like almost on a daily basis. Or it could be happening for like longer, more intensive stretches, like where you're with someone that you know really well and you don't say things, but you just really can feel their energy. You can feel exactly what they're trying to tell you. Like it's like you're having a full conversation without actually having a conversation. And you can, again, finish each other's sentences, stuff like that. Maybe they're even saying some things, but you're just picking up from their higher self, like other tidbits, and you're able to kind of say what they were going to say before they actually say it. Also, telepathy is primarily how, let's say, other beings communicate, like animals, plants, rocks, trees, Mother Earth herself. And so you might be noticing that you're just like, you know what animals are thinking, what they're saying, they're trying to say. Trees, plants, flowers, you can communicate with anything and everything. This is just going to be amping up more and more the more we ascend. It's really, really cool. So I would encourage you to play with this if you have like a willing friend or partner to practice it with you, because it's easier than ever to develop these abilities. And this is one, if you want to develop this more consciously, more tangibly, great place to start with that would be my free quiz, What's Your Psychic Superpower? It's going to show you like your dominant clair ability, and I will then send you an exercise you can use to develop that ability. Ascension symptom number 9. Feeling new doors and possibilities opening, even if you have no idea where they're opening to, where you're going. So probably you're feeling a bit lost still, like you're kind of torn between two worlds. You don't really know where you're going right now, but you feel like this seed, this spark of something really, really positive, like blooming, blossoming. And as of filming this, I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's April, it's springtime. So it's like, as in the Northern Hemisphere, we are kind of coming into spring. So also I notice these energies are like budding, they're blossoming like the flowers, like the leaves on the trees. And yeah, it's allowing yourself now, we're being called to kind of trust that feeling and to nurture that feeling, rather than giving into the doom and gloom, rather than giving into distraction, to the matrix, the 3D reality, because there is a lot of drama if you go outside of yourself right now. And even if you're inside of yourself and you're in your thoughts, there's a lot of drama, right? So you're being asked to just hold on to that feeling of hope, potential, possibilities. Focus on that, focus on what you want right now, and allow that to expand, and it will become this portal into everything you've ever dreamed of for yourself. Ascension symptom number 10, manifesting divine relationships. So just like money has been a big topic for people lately, so too have been relationships. And the reason why are they're under the same domain. They're in the same energy. This is why people are always like, love and money, love and money, love and money. These seem to be the things that people want the most, and the things that people struggle with the most and have the most drama around, right? It's because they're actually the same energy. So if you like kind of step back from your situation, you might just notice that the patterns you're experiencing in money are the exact same patterns that you're experiencing in love, whether it's romantic love or just platonic familial love, but just your relationships with others. Your relationship to money reflects in your relationships to others. And it's definitely amplified for sure with romantic relationships. But all that being said, just like we are releasing this old paradigm of poverty and struggle and lack and martyrdom in our money, we are also releasing toxic codependent relationships, and we're stepping into these divine relationships where there doesn't have to be this push-pull dynamic, this runner-chaser energy any longer. It's just healthy. It's just healthy. It's just great. It's just nourishing. Like really, actually, I've seen it and I feel it. Like this is the year where we're really gonna start to see more and more these relationships that are so perfect. It's like they're out of a fantasy romance novel. It's like, really, it's like we haven't had this before. We haven't had this before. And this is the time, this is the year where this is going to start to become the norm. It's going to be a slow process for sure, and it's going to maybe be ugly as the old paradigm is on its way out, but this is the year that the new begins. And if you allow it to happen for you, it can and will happen for you. Just being open. Again, it's all about holding that energy, keeping your focus on that which you want to create, that which you want to experience, rather than what you don't want, okay? Because if you focus on what you don't want, you're gonna create more of that. You're still gonna be stuck in that. It's gonna hold you back. But if you believe that you can truly have this like healthy, wonderful, securely attached relationship, you can and will have it. And it's easier than ever to manifest that this year. All of that said, like kind of a symptom, I guess, it was very vague what I just said, but it's like symptoms of this are like, if you're just really hyper focused on relationships right now, like really just feeling the call to be in relationship. And for many, this could look like intense contrast right now, where let's say you're like outside and you're seeing couples together and it's really, really triggering, where maybe it never used to be triggering for you. And you're even noticing like this envy, this jealousy. And know that if you experience jealousy and envy, that's just your soul being like, hey, that's for me. And I don't yet see it in my reality. And it's getting your ego's getting a little frustrated, but it is for you. You can't experience envy or jealousy for something that's not meant for you too. So instead of seeing these situations where others are experiencing this partnership that you want to have as you not having it, choose to see it as a precursor for your own divine relationship, and you will speed up that manifestation. So finally, friends, symptom number 11 is that we're able to hold these higher frequencies for longer and longer periods of time. So yes, for many of us, maybe even all of us, we're kind of on this really intense roller coaster ride right now where it's like woo, with your emotions and with the drama and your thoughts. You're feeling really high, like everything's possible, and then you're really low, you're really depressed, you're really hopeless. That's okay. To some extent, that's normal on this ascension journey. But that said, as we ascend higher and higher, you're gonna notice that the spans where you're feeling high, you're feeling invincible, like anything's possible, very hopeful, that's gonna last for longer and longer. And as of now, since the end of March 2025, like that's happening, okay? More and more people are able to hold the light for longer periods of time. And eventually it's gonna be to the point where we don't even have to have those dips anymore. It might take some time to get there, but you will notice it. If I would recommend then a tangible exercise to do is to kind of keep track of your mood on any given day and just notice, generate that tangible evidence that you are holding the light, you are holding this higher frequency for longer and longer periods of time. So there you have it, friends. That is 11 signs you are ascending in April 2025. I'm curious, as always, let me know in the comments how many of these signs are you resonating with, and also let's support each other. Let's build a sort of community here. What advice would you share for others that might be dealing with these symptoms? If you're dealing with these symptoms yourself, for example, what are you doing to cope with them, to make them not so bad, to dissolve them, to heal, to integrate them? Please share, and we'll just build this wave of expansive support as we ascend together. So as always, if this video resonated, if this provided you with some value, I would super, super appreciate you. As with the dragons, they say the dragons are popping in, they're like, we would appreciate you too. If you could like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and of course, engage with this content in some way, because these things help the algorithm along. It helps this information get out to those who need it. And this is a really powerful but small little thing you can do to help with that, to aid in this energy of expansiveness and abundance. And again, I will say, if you are feeling the call, join us for QAA, because it's probably happening now as of you watching this video, and we would love to have you there. We would love to have you in these like new earth frequencies with us in QAA. Either way, my friends, know that I'm sending you so much love on your journey. You are so divinely loved. You are so divinely held. You are more powerful than you know. Everything is happening best case scenario. Namaste, my friends. Stay powerful.